Hello, 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 hello. It has been a while, it feels like. Anyway, I want to thank all my subscribers. I want to thank all the new ones that have came on the scene. I am so grateful to all of you. Let me get my lotion really quick, just a second. I reached out to a few more of you guys um, because I still need to send 3 more bottles of lotion. And I'm going to try to reach back out. A few of you said you were allergic to stuff like this, and I totally get it. I also thought about sending a candle, but I didn't know if that would mess you up too. So those of you that I sent a note saying, do you want a bottle of lotion, but you are sensitive to lotions, I will opt out and send you a candle. It is a little bit more pricey, but you guys are worth it. Okay, so I did a video earlier on Harry's therapy session, and to tell you the truth, I wasn't going to do it, but I decided to do it anyway. Basically, I did not watch it. I don't plan on watching it. I'm not even thinking about listening to him talk about it. It's just going to be in passing when I see it on other people's channel. I'm not listening to that. And what's interesting about me not listening to it, guess who else don't want to hear it? One of the journalists said, I just can't, he says, I just couldn't bear to sit through that. So I went ahead and just looked at the transcripts. This is the deal. I don't know who, and I've said this before, who Harry and Meghan are listening to. Who are their PR people? And not even PR people. They're friends. The people that they confide in. This therapist. Even hello, therapy man. And I don't mean to disrespect him, but you're not doing Harry any favors by showcasing his craziness, his problems. Oh, get him up. And then you want to tell us you didn't diagnose him as if we don't know. We can diagnose him for ourselves. We don't need you, expert doctor, to tell us that it's something wrong with Harry. We know it is. Because number one, he's on live session with you and allowing other people to listen in like myself. But I'm not listening to that crap. So you guys, I'm sorry, you're not going to get a detailed thing from me. Sorry. You're going to get bits and pieces of the things that I thought that were important to talk about. Or even mention. Because the mere fact that people are still allowing Harry and Meghan to talk and have something to say is shocking to me. Because they are considered clowns over here now. And when I say clowns, what comes out of their mouths don't really hold water. It's very weak. And you don't want your conversation to be that way. I don't want to be talking to you guys and then the conversation just gets so boring that you guys just quit listening to me. I don't want that. But this is what they have become. Normally, I would have just bought the little listening thing, the $30 thing, to listen to Harry whine about his family. Whine. Okay? Whine, blame, and deflect. And he loves to put Meghan right here. Right above him. Like she's this perfect God-sent person to him. And that we are just watching this big love story play out. No, Harry, I'm watching you make a fool out of yourself and watching Meghan gather information to get ready to leave you. Because you know what's going to happen next? She's going to be thinking that everybody's laughing at Harry and not her. It's all Harry's fault, okay? It's Harry's fault, but obviously it's not Meghan because you're in South Park with no soul. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you are the biggest star in the world and whatever. Biggest celebrity you can be. But that would have hurt me. mentally, physically, and emotionally that someone says that I didn't have a soul. I don't care. I don't know what you guys, like, what's your part in South Park that did it for you. But when Harry looked down in there and he didn't see anything, that's the whole story. There's nothing there. So what's going to happen, Harry, when Meghan get ready to leave you because you on TV talking about your therapy to us? What are you proving? Is there a reason why you decided to? I didn't watch it, so I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's the concept behind this all. And then it really just highlights this privacy thing. You guys don't want privacy. First of all, nobody that I've heard of that's sane is going to have a therapy session on TV live while people like me are watching. I know William and Charles are saying to themselves, what the hell is going on, Harry? Like, snap out of it. Wake up. Somebody needs to go over there to Montecito and knock on the door and say, come here. He is out of control. And even the therapist, he plays along with it. Where is this? Okay, the money that people had to pay to listen to him whine and bitch about his family goes where? To Harry's pocket or the doctor's pocket? Because neither one of them is hurting on $2. They're not. So, let me get to my points, because I'll just start talking, so I may repeat myself throughout. Rebel Wilson, okay, was on Andy Cohen Live. I don't know when. Check it out. She says that her and her mom her parents were in Santa Barbara, where Harry and Meghan was at one point. And she introduced Harry and Meghan to her parents. And she said Harry was just such a nice gentleman and just got a really nice disposition about himself. She said Meghan, on the other hand, didn't. She was off-putting and not very nice at all. What I believe happened is when she did meet her, she treated her like a third-class like she wasn't crap. Like, I don't know you. Who are you? Like, I know it. I know she did. I know it, because why would Rebel Wilson say that Meghan came across the same way she tried to lie and say that Catherine her personality came out when they met. I'm a home in on this one, because Rebel Wilson was clear about how Meghan treated her, and to the point where she doesn't even want to the point where it left a bad taste in Mrs. Wilson's mouth. Like, she was just like, She was not a very nice person. Like, not someone that I would probably want to meet again. She's not saying that. I'm saying it for her. Let me just add, okay? Let me add, because it's better. But this is what she said. I don't ever want to meet her again. She wasn't very nice. She came off stuck up. She came off like she was uppity and better than everybody else. And Harry came across as a gentleman, someone nice that had a great upbringing that you could tell was a gentleman at the time. Because Harry has changed since then. And so I recall when Meghan was talking about how when she first met her with the jeans, very disrespectful, and then she didn't bow, which she should have, said, I'm a hugger. Like, I like to hug. And, when I met Catherine, I didn't realize that Brits were not, such a, like, they Basically trying to say Catherine wasn't hug her because they were shocked that she was trying to give them a hug. No, there's that stupid stuff. It's the other. Meghan is talking about herself. Meghan is talking about herself when she talks about Kate. Because Kate is not the person that Meghan is making her out to be. But what Rebel Wilson said, that Meghan was rude. And I believe that. But Meghan tries to make us believe that Catherine is the one that's rude. No, it's you. And she's not a hugger. This right here, Rebel Wilson, all South Park, Jimmy Kimmel, Steve Colbert, however you pronounce his last name, Megyn Kelly, Piers Morgan. I mean, Fox News, seeing Don Lemon, Whoopi Goldberg, all these people, Michelle Obama, has said something about her character and who she is, as has made a comment about something that she has said or have done, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't. And nobody in Montecito is getting the memo. No one. Because they're still going on with this. And we supposed to shut up? I don't get it. I don't get it. Because here's the deal. Harry thought it was a good idea to have a therapy session on television. Just to say, yeah, live TV. Just on TV. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Okay? That's what he decided to do. To remind us of the Spotify, the docuseries, and the book Spare, just so we didn't get it the other 5 and 6 times he done told us, him and Meghan, several different ways, and just, here he goes again. But before I go off into that, so the therapist tells Harry that he thinks that he is, that Harry plays the victim. And Harry says, no, I don't. I don't feel like I'm the victim. Then what is it then? You want us to feel sorry for you? Why tell us all this if you didn't? I wrote some notes down. Intermission. Okay, I want to talk about this too. After the Rebel Wilson thing that happened, I was interested in finding out, does Harry even hang out with any of his old friends from Great Britain? Does he talk to any of his buddies, any of his friends? Or she isolated him from them too and told him, come on over to Montecito. We're going to meet some new celebrity people and they're going to be becoming your friends. Because what reason would Meghan have to be rude to Rebel Wilson other than just being a total flake? But if you notice in some of the memes I've been seeing, you see how aggressive she is when she's trying to pull Harry away from speaking to someone in the middle of a conversation. And she'll nudge him or touch him like, come on. One incident, she was pregnant with that hat on. And he was talking to somebody. And she tapped him like, let's go. And he turned around and looked at the guy and said, oh, I gotta go. He looked like an idiot. It just, that has nothing to do with nothing. But it's just the control that she has over him just shocks me. But is he doing this for her or is he doing this for him? This therapy live session? Because it sounds like he's doing it for her, but she's digging this hole for him so she can have a reason to leave you. Because this stuff that you're doing is worse than the paparazzi pictures that Meghan claimed that stopped her from talking to her dad. This is some crazy stuff. Let me keep going. I just wondered, did he have any friends left? Then he goes on to say, he talks about the racism. He starts talking about not the racism. He starts talking about how the media and I don't know if he's referring to his family because I didn't hear it, but I heard something about racism during his therapy session. That people were being racist or unconsciously biased. He done learned a new word from over here, and now he's running with it. He doesn't know what he's talking about at all. And like Pete Dinah said, he is not with a real black woman. She's not considered a black woman in a sense because she doesn't even identify herself as a black woman. She identifies herself as a white person. She does. So I just, it's confusing to me how he feels like he know everything about black people now that he didn't met this woman. Okay. So anyway, something about racism, and here it goes. And Harry mentions it in his therapy speech, and my response to it is this. There was no racism. And so, stop. That's all I got to say about that. He said he's not a victim. He is a victim. He's a victim of his own circumstances. He's a victim now that he is with this woman that is making him a victim. She has taught him what to do, and he is doing a very good job at being a victim and blaming. Because I didn't, like the journalist said, he said, I didn't get anything new out of this interview other than what he said about the Taliban, which was he really didn't want to be there, almost backwalking it. Okay, whatever, Harry. He doesn't regret Spare. This is him promoting it even more. Someone said, what's next for Meghan and Harry? I'm curious too. Is this it? Are they this one note? Or this is the life that they're gonna live? Is victimhood, blaming, and then just being nasty to their family? I guess so. It's crazy. And I know Andy Cohen is trying to be nice and not really say what he really wants to say about these two. But I call it a foul. And this is why. I get, like Chris Rock, he came out and mentioned it. He pretty much said that yes and no, the royal family is racist. But you didn't know that kind of thing. But I don't think he meant it in that way. I think Chris Rock was trying to let her know that what they said about Archie's skin had nothing to do with race. And he said that. He did. Because it has nothing to do with anything. And like my husband said, she got that from a third party. She got that from Harry's mouth. And she took it and ran with it and got an award. They got a whole award. An award. They got on an airplane and flew to, you know what I'm trying to say. I think that's it. I know I had more. Let me pause it and see if I can. Here's what I want to say about Charles and William and the rest of them. They're done. I don't believe that they're playing games with Harry and Meghan anymore. I really don't. I believe that they are doing things behind the scenes that we don't even know of, like the Frogmore Cottage, which is blowing my mind because I said it. They knew that home was no longer theirs. And for Meghan and Harry to come out Obi Scobie, and I know I'm saying his name incorrectly, comes out and states that, oh, they were blindsided and, upset about it to a certain extent. They knew. Like Piers Morgan said, they knew 24 hours after Spare hit shelves. He made a move then. And then, just recently, we saw the notice on the door. Get out. I said in my last video, a couple of videos before, I said, now they ain't got nowhere to stay. Somebody said, well, they will when they go to the coronation. That's not going to make a difference. It's gone. They're going to have to start making other plans if and when they go visit the UK from now on. They're not going to stay over there with William and Kate. They're going to stay with Camilla and Charles after he talked about them. That's still an issue. But the thing is that Charles is not playing any games with him. And it's about time. Because here's the deal. Neither one of them have stopped and looked in the mirror and said, hold up. What is everybody saying? And is it true? No. Harry's on a crusade in support and promoting his Wham book. That is just unbelievable. This is what I wanted to say. And I knew, and I may have said it in the other video, but check this out. The Queen passed away not too long ago. A couple of months ago. And as soon as she passed away, here come Meghan and Harry with they crap. And like one of my subscribers said, it's just nice to know that she didn't see this before she left. And I can't help but to think that when Harry flew back over here to the United States, it was on. And he was ready to release and do all kinds of things. The docuseries in Spare came out. And back to back. Like, oh, she's gone now. I can get this going on. She was the only one I was really concerned about, Meghan, is hurting my grandmother. But now that she's passed, we can do this. Is that what you told Meghan? Because there's nothing holding you back now. And then the nasty part about it is that your brother, your father is going to be crowned king. And all this stuff is centering around you and Meghan, this mess. And your supporters, ooh, they are foul. Because for you guys not to see it and to pretend like we're stupid, or pretend like, oh, it's okay. Like, come on. I always put myself in other people's shoes first. I do. And I get it. I get that I may be coming down way hard on Meghan and da-da-da-da-da. And I do have a little bit of guilt in me. I do. But and this is why, I'll tell you why I don't in a minute. But the thing about that is that these two have not decided that it doesn't matter who we hurt, the pain and the suffering behind what we do, because it's all about us. The Queen, Charles, Camilla, all of them. It doesn't matter who they hurt. As a matter of fact, they're on a crusade to do another more therapy session about his book. I can't help but to think Harry said, oh, you know what? Nothing's holding me back now. My granny has passed away. Nobody's really going to do anything to us. Or we got to really play hardball now that she's gone because I have no protection. What? Why? Why? That's why my channel exists, because I want to know why. It's just amazing that this isn't over. I thought it would be over. I said, this is not going to last. Harry going to come to his senses. Everybody going to calm down. And Meghan's going to, we're going to get a leash on her, wheel her in, and sit her down. She's anything. She's emboldened and empowered. And I just believe that she's pushing Harry out there, and he's digging this hole. He's digging it for himself. And then when he comes back home to her, she's going to be looking at him like, no, this ain't going to work. You just said too much. They don't like you, Harry. They like me. No. It's both of you. You can't separate the two. Have a good night.